Hi guys, I am Teresa. Um, so I thought I would do a channel to have you guys follow along with me as I learn, and maybe I can help someone out. Maybe someone can help me out along the way because some days I'm pretty lost. This first video, I'm just going to do a quick backstory. About 3 years ago, I started having tremendous stomach pains. First, they figured I had two different things going on with me, and we had to wean one out to get to the other. So we started with my endometriosis with adenomyosis. I don't know if I'm saying that right. So we tried stents in my veins, that didn't work, yada yada. We ended up doing a hysterectomy. Um, so we get all that out of the way. Then all the GI problems really started standing out more. Um, I have slow transit. It's been my thing. What caused it is unclear. They say there are a lot of ties to women who have had endometriosis and to women who have GI issues. So it's possible, but it's not proven. So as you can see, I'm at the hospital now. But starting back to my first GI surgery was to get the bag. I had an ostomy, ileostomy to be exact, and that was October of 24, and then December of 24 I went in for a reversal and got a colectomy. They took all of my colon out except about 3 inches of it, approximately, so that they could have something to attach to my rectum. For those of you who don't know, if they don't have anything left of your colon to attach to your rectum, you just don't use your rectum. So they did a temporary ileostomy and bypassed it completely at first. I'm sorry, I'm going all over the place. At first, they did the ileostomy, completely bypassed my colon. It turned out to be a really good start. I felt amazing. There were some things, but I also didn't have it very long. So we decided to go full blown with the colectomy. So that's going to the December of 24. The first few months were rough. That's a rough surgery, I'm going to say. If there's anyone that's ever going through that surgery and you have questions, message me, or maybe we can do a skit about it. It's not kind of one of those learn with me moments like I'm trying to do with the ostomy, but I'm totally down to get with that topic because that surgery is really hard. It was tough on me. It was tough for my family to watch. But as months went by, it was incredible. I had a while where things were pretty good. My stomach was normal. I could wear my bathing suits and I could wear my crop tops, and because I'm that 43-year-old girl who likes to dress like she's 20 and prance around in her crop tops, but that's a different story. Somewhere within the last, I would say, 5, 6 months before the year was up, I started noticing signs, and it was a very slow, sorry, I gotta adjust my legs. It's a very slow progress. At first, just started noticing my stomach bloat more easily. More and more foods become unedible for me. It was a lot of what I saw in the beginning that led me to where I was. So I went in to see my doctor over in Boise, Idaho, at the colon rectal clinic through St. Luke's. She was a godsend. I'd love to another day, another story, tell you about the way I found her as well, purely by accident, by the way, getting a fistula, actually, from the GI stuff. And anyways, So fast forward to December of 25, December 11th to be exact, I went in and had another blockage. Mind you, for the last few months, I've been going in and out for blockages. It's becoming a thing again in my life. So December 11th, I went in. What was hard, it was my stepson's 16th birthday, which is a big one. I usually home make everyone's cakes and whatnot. But so I go in, I had a blockage. They deal with that. I get home a few days later, I think 4 days I spent in the hospital. Then I had an appointment when I got out of there for like a week and a half later, roughly, with my amazing doctor, where I went in. I kind of knew what the answer was going to be. I came in and she said, we're going to schedule you for an ileostomy. We scheduled it for the following Tuesday. I don't remember what day of the week that was, but it was literally like a week away. So we did that. So now we're into January 6th of 2026. Then, I don't know, like 4 or 5 days later, I get let back home. The last day of the hospital, I'm going to say this because this is so important. So, I kind of got put on that like big girl diet, like you can have these things, but be very careful and use your best judgment and chew your food really well. Well, I was ordering some oatmeal and I saw that raw blueberries were an option on there. And mind you, I have not even left the hospital yet for my ileostomy. When they say to not eat raw fruits and vegetables, they mean it with everything that they have. I ate them. I went home the following day and I had pains, I had swelling, but since I just had surgery, it was really hard to really differentiate like what was different. I just thought, well, maybe I'm just a little extra sore because I stopped taking the pain meds at the hospital. So I just kind of went with it. Well, I ended up having a massive, massive blockage. Looking at no, I can't pull up because I'm on my other phone. One of these days I'll have to pull it up. So it ended up taking over like a good whole half of one side of my stomach, this blockage. Just food kept piling on top of those blueberries and piling on top of those blueberries. So it's been a few days since then, and I'm still here. I've had a couple not so fun moments. The ER was a freaking nightmare. I tell you what, I had my own stomach bile dumped all over myself because the lady put in the tube, the NG tube, and she didn't connect it to anything. And it was on, but it wasn't, or the valve was open, something, I don't know. But I was in so much pain, like screaming in agony. Like, my poor husband has never seen me act like this. I was a blabbering fool, and I didn't notice that I was soaking wet. Well, I ended up being soaked, covered in my own stomach bile. They come and bring me a clean gown, change my bed. They didn't, like, I tried to get, like, wet wipes, and they were like, you can get those later. And I'm like, okay, cool. So I change into a gown. My husband had to leave to take care of our kids, mind you. Then I notice all of a sudden my bag just fills up. It's about to explode. I mean, we're talking volcanic at any second. I can't reach my call light because the lady moved it and I didn't even know where it was. So I get up and I'm trying to like open my cracked door. I'm yelling, screaming for people down the hall. No one's listening to me. Finally, I get this lady after screaming like I have an ostomy, it's going to explode. And she totally had that social worker vibe. So, and no offense, but kind of had a feeling this lady might actually help me. And she totally did. So, She comes in, she gets somebody for me. We actually make it barely because I was standing in front of the thing and it just spewed forward everywhere. It was such a mess. Anyways, that's not the part we're really talking about. The ER part was a horrible experience. Once I got up to my room, the people that know me and that I know, and they are incredible. This hospital in the surgical ward is pretty amazing. Um, anyways, I hope that you guys will follow me and learn with me and teach me some things. And guys, this isn't easy and it's not going to be pretty. And I am okay with the ugly truths and telling you the ugly answers because it's what we need to know. I feel like there's been a lot of things when I first had my bag. If someone would have given me the ugly truth, like, it would have been okay. At least I would have known to prepare for it, you know? And that's what I want to do for you guys. And for the people who are further along than I am, do that for me. Like, it's a dirty subject. Let's get dirty, guys. Anyways, oh, and I should introduce you. It's in a bag, this right here. So far, I'm thinking Pennywise for the name. New Stoma has to have a new name. I'm thinking we all float down here. That thing fills up with air like it's nothing. So, oh, and Pennywise lives in a sewer or a drainage system. So, what better name for a stoma bag than Pennywise? Or the stoma, not the bag. I guess the bag itself would be the drainage system. Anyways, thanks for listening to my babbling. Thank you guys. Lots of hearts. If I had 2 hands, I'd do the little heart thing. But I can't. Hope to see you soon. Bye.